Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar, Streamline Your Day-to-Day Workflows with Xero. My name is Gracie, and I'm part of the education team here at Xero. It is Education Month, and we have a range of content available for the whole month of November and even into December. There's lots of valuable content to choose from, so make sure you check out some of the other webinars. My colleague Fiona will post a link to the Education Month webpage in the chat box now. But this webinar is for small businesses and accountants or bookkeepers that are new to using Xero. You're here because you want to know how to use Xero correctly and discover how Xero helps to run a business, whether that's your business or you're an accountant or bookkeeper helping your clients. You're here to master the essentials. And today I'll be wearing my small business hat as I take you through the session. In order for you to streamline your day-to-day workflows with Xero, it's important to understand some of the basics of Xero. So we'll go through the basics of bank reconciliation, how to utilize our data automation to save time reconciling, sales, how to send out invoices quickly and get paid faster, and purchases, how to gain oversight of your bills, and lastly, reporting, how to get better insights with Xero's reports. These are all day-to-day workflows you carry out as a small business, and Xero can help with these processes. We want your day to be as streamlined as possible so you can spend more time doing what you love. With that in mind, it's time to see Xero in action, where we'll take a tour of Xero and have a look at those day-to-day areas. So here we have landed on Xero's demo company. It's a free fictional company preloaded with data for anyone with a Xero login to use, even if you don't have a paid subscription. You can use it to familiarize yourself with the features of Xero or to test features and processes without needing to use your own live Xero organization. To access the demo company, you would just click on the organization dropdown in the top left and click into My Xero. So if I scroll down and head to My Xero. Cool. And at the bottom here, you would just click on Try the Demo Company. And depending on what region you're in, you might just want to select the right region for your demo company. Now, the data does reset itself every 28 days automatically, or you can reset it at any time yourself by clicking on the reset link that you can see down the bottom there as well. By default, we're taken to the Xero dashboard, which gives you a snapshot of your business's cash flow and how well your business is doing. On the left-hand side, you can see how much money is in your business bank accounts and if you have enough to pay your bills. With Xero, you can import statement lines from your bank. As you reconcile those statement lines, your financial reports update in the background. You'll learn more about this shortly. Down the bottom on the left-hand side, the bar graph shows the total cash in and out per month across all your business bank accounts. This means that you can see your cash flow without needing to perform any calculations. And we know that for small businesses, cash flow is king. So having this information at your fingertips is really valuable. Now, up on the right-hand side, you can pick and choose which accounts you want to keep a close eye on, like your sales, tax, or perhaps how much staff have claimed on mileage. And if you do have a budget set up in Xero as well, then you can show the budget column as well, which is really helpful. Cool. And underneath that, we have the sales and purchases tiles. So invoices owed to you, which shows how much money you can expect to receive, as well as any bills you need to pay of when expenses are due to go out. I know someone who grew up in a small business, and to find this kind of information, they needed to search through their email inbox or rummage through the stack of paper bills that had piled up on the dining room table. just to figure out how much they owed or were owed. With Xero, all you need to do is log in and you can see it at a glance. And if you use Xero expenses, you can view staff claims, so right down the bottom there, submitted to review, approve, and pay. I mentioned Xero is full of data automation to help save you time. So let's take a look at how we do this in the bank reconciliation. So let me just click into Reconcile 27 items. For those that aren't aware, a bank reconciliation is where all transactions going in and out of your business bank accounts are recorded and categorized in your accounting system. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the traditional method of bank reconciliation, meaning you'd print your bank statements, grab a highlighter and ruler as well as coffee, then compare it against your accounting system or Excel sheet, crossing it off. With Xero, we've made this simple, smart, and fun by connecting your bank and importing your bank statements straight into Xero. You can also import statements manually using a range of compatible file types. Bank statement lines from a bank feed that you activate or a manual import are shown on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, you need to say what it was for or what it relates to. So as you can see, we've got a few options to choose from. We'll look at match and create as they are the most commonly used, but you've also got the discuss tab if you need to communicate something about a transaction with your accountant, such as if you aren't sure how to code it. And you can see an example of that on the third transaction down with City Limousines. The best part of this is that Xero tries to find possible matches based on transactions you've already entered in your organization to make the process easier for you. For example, we can see that Xero has found a match for Ridgeway University. So you can see that first transaction at the top there. It does this by looking at the amount, the closest date, and finally the reference. When you click OK to reconcile, Xero marks the invoice or bill as paid and updates the accounts in the general ledger. This will ensure that your bank account matches what's in your accounting system, in other words, the general goal of business bookkeeping. If the match is correct, all we need to do is click OK, so I'll go ahead and reconcile this line. Super easy, right? It means that you don't have to spend time in your day logging into online banking and then comparing your bank statement to the invoices or bills in another folder. It's done directly from the screen. However, it's not uncommon for there to be payments in your bank account that have not yet been accounted for in your books, and that's no problem. You can create them easily from the bank reconciliation screen using the Create tab. You might want to use this for cash transactions where you've used the business card to quickly buy milk for the office or maybe fuel for a business vehicle, and you haven't already entered a transaction for it in Xero. But the best part is, and the part that makes your life easier, is that once you use the Create feature, Xero remembers it and makes suggestions when you have a similar bank statement line in the future. So take, for example, our Cooper Street Bakery transaction, so down here on the 15th of November. They have the best coffee and muffin combo, and so we'll often take customers there. I don't have a tax invoice that I can enter into Xero, so I'm going to use the Create tab to reconcile this. So I'll start by just typing in my who, which is Cooper Street Bakery, and I will add that as a new contact. And I will choose entertainment from the drop down, and then I will just pop in coffee with customer as my description. And I can go ahead and reconcile. Now, next time you go to Cooper Street Bakery and you come to do the bank reconciliation, Xero suggests the same coding for you. So if we scroll down, you'll see that Xero's automatically now recognized another transaction from Cooper Street Bakery and have suggested all the same parameters. So if we're happy with that, we can just go ahead and click OK. So definitely a feature that saves you from so much manual data entry. Not to mention you can use the Xero mobile app and reconcile your accounts on the go, even on the train or while waiting in line for your coffee. That's it for the basics of bank reconciliation. Let's move on to sales by going up to the top, and we'll go to Business Sales Overview. We go to sales when we want to create an invoice for goods or services we've provided. The sales overview provides a snapshot of your current sales activity. We can see how much money is expected to come in from the bar graph, the status of the invoices, as well as the top 5 customers who owe your business the most money. To create an invoice, we could click on the drop-down menu, and you'll see that we can create invoices, but also quotes. Quotes in Xero can be converted into an invoice at the click of a button, so you don't have to re-enter all that data that went into the quote. You can also raise quotes from our Xero mobile app, so it can be done while you're still standing on the customer's driveway. And then when you send a quote to a customer, they can accept or decline it online, and this will be reflected in your Xero organization in real time. But today, I'll just show you how to create a standard invoice. So I'll select Invoice. Awesome. So to start, we want to enter the customer's name. As soon as you begin typing, Xero searches across the existing contact list, or if it's a new customer, simply type it in and add it as a new contact. But in this case, I'm going to enter basket and select basket case, which is a returning customer. And if I click their name, I'll see how much they owe, what's overdue, and the credit limit available if we have one set up for them. All the fields will autofill based on default settings, but you can change them as you need or update the defaults. But I want to highlight the online payments field. This lets you connect a payment provider like Stripe, Go Cardless, or PayPal, and adds a Pay Now option to your online invoice, giving your customers the option to pay right away when they receive the invoice, but also the option to pay using a credit or debit card or direct debit. Our data shows that on average, businesses are paid up to twice as fast when an online invoice payment is set up. Not bad, right? That could really improve your cash flow. And if you trade overseas, you can also send invoices in foreign currencies using the currency drop-down. This feature is available on our premium plans. For products and services you regularly buy and sell, you can set these up as inventory items to reduce data entry and select them here in the items drop-down. So I'm going to go ahead and select my t-shirts. So just scrolling down and I'll select this one. So you can see this in action. All that's left to do is really update the quantity if required. The description, the unit price, account code, and tax rate is filled out for us. I can even preview the invoice to see how it shows up for a customer in the web and app version. But I can then go ahead and approve an email to send it by email to my customer. From this screen, you can see that the email address saved against the customer is already populated for me, and all I need to do is press send. So as I've just shown you, Xero makes invoicing customers quick, easy, and painless. Once you've entered your invoices, you can set up invoice reminders so that Xero does the chasing for you. To do this, we just want to hop back to our invoices screen, which shows all of our invoices in the various states that they're in, and we will select this button to turn invoice reminders on, as they're currently turned off. And we can simply tick the box Email Customers. Now, Xero has 3 defaults ready to go. overdue by 7, 14, and 21 days. But you can modify these as desired by editing an existing reminder or maybe adding a new one. You can even add a reminder before the invoice becomes due, so your customers pay before the invoices become overdue. So we can add a reminder, and I want to update it to due in, and I will select 2 days and click Save. Once the reminders are ready to go, you can go ahead and click Save again and forget. Now, I bet the next question you're probably thinking is, what about customers that you don't want to send these to? The great thing is, invoice reminders can be turned off for specific customers in their contact record or directly within an invoice. It's fully customizable. This feature is not only time-saving, but it helps you get paid faster, improving the health of your cash flow. Now we've seen sales in Xero, what about bills? The benefit with Xero is that it's quite intuitive, and so the process for creating a bill is very similar to how you'd go about creating an invoice. So this time we'll head into Business and Purchase Overview. Cool. Similar to the sales overview, we can see the tiles for the status of our supplier bills and a dynamic bar graph that you can actually drag to the right to view upcoming payments due for future dates. So blue is what is due, and if they were showing in green, that would mean that they've been paid. And if we scroll down the page, we can also see a similar view for purchase orders. Like with invoices, to add a new supplier bill, we can select the drop-down menu, and we have the option to add a bill, a repeating bill, if it's the same bill repeated each month, for example, such as your phone or internet bill. We can add a credit note or a purchase order. But let's now take a look at the reporting available in Xero, as it's a crucial step that you as business owners are able to visualize how your business is tracking financially. Understanding your business performance is key for making informed decisions and driving its success. So let's head to Accounting, Reports, and head to our Report Center. Cool. So as you can see, we have a wide range of reports in Xero. The reports offered in Xero can help businesses to take charge by answering questions such as these. Which of my business divisions is the most profitable? Do I have enough cash to cover my loan repayments? What is my most popular product or service? Who owes me the most money? And so on. This is also where you can come to add a budget. So at the top, you'll see that there's the budget manager, and that will give you even more insight into how your business is tracking financially when you're running reports like the profit and loss. The other reporting tool I want to quickly show you is the short-term cash flow, and this can be found under the business menu. So if we go to business, short-term cash flow, this is an exciting feature, which is a dashboard style tool designed to help you view and manage your cash flow better. It projects your business cash flow for the next 7 or 30 days and is calculated entirely on the Xero balance of the nominated bank account and the upcoming invoices and bills that you enter into Xero. The information is more accurate when your reconciliation is up to date, giving you a more realistic view of your operations. By updating expected or planned dates on your invoices and bills, you'll see the impact of delaying paying a bill and know which invoices need a friendly phone call reminder for payment. This helps improve your insights over your cash flow for the month, and you can see a handy button there that you can use to update the overdue invoices or bills, the dates for those. So you can see we're serious about giving you clear visibility of your financial position and cash flow, helping you to make better informed decisions and setting you up for success. Now, as you start to master the essentials and streamline your day-to-day workflows, you might need some help. We have a 24/7 help centre called Xero Central, which, you guessed it, uses AI and data automation to help you answer your questions, find articles, and even suggest learning content. You can access it easily right from within Xero while you're using Xero day-to-day by clicking on the question mark in the top right of any Xero screen to go to Xero Central. Before I do that, I want to draw your attention to an example of the AI embedded into Xero to make things easier for you. Support articles are recommended to you based on your behavior. But if you want to search for something in particular, or you're not seeing what you want straight away, then you can click on Go to Xero Central at the bottom there. So by clicking through, you will see in a moment that you land on the Support tab. If you want help to do something in Xero, such as setting up bank rules, you can just simply type it in. So I'll type that in here, bank rules. And you'll find thousands of support articles, including step-by-step guides and how to troubleshoot errors. So we've typed in our question, and now we've got a whole bunch of possible articles that might help us, and I'm going to click into create a bank rule. And this again will just give me lots of information and I can see if it tells me what I need. But if you can't find what you're looking for, then you can send questions to our friendly, knowledgeable and award-winning support team who will be able to help. Our support teams are based around the world and are ready and waiting to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just scroll to the bottom of any article and select Contact Xero Support and follow the prompts to ask your question. I'll just close out of that. You can also connect to Xero certified bookkeepers and accountants, like those we also have attending today, to tackle accounting and tax questions, get hands-on help or advice to grow your business. So if I pop in our search bar, advisor directory, that's going to bring up a handy article in Xero Central. So we can click into this article, find support on the Xero Advisor directory. Cool. So here you'll find lots of information, but what it also has is a direct link to go straight to the Advisor directory. And this is where you can search it to find the right match for you. Mine is defaulted to New Zealand since that is where I'm based. But if we scroll down, you'll see that you can find a bookkeeper or accountant in your particular, regions, and you've got lots of different options there. So I just wanted to call that out, and that link will be posted in the chat box. But if you'd like to learn more about Xero's features and tools, I'd also suggest you check out the Learning tab. So if I go and click on that now, so this will give you deeper learning. You can discover our free self-paced courses and videos in the Learning tab as well. And you'll see that there's a webinar and events tile, and you can just click straight through and see what else we've got coming up. All right. Well, those are some basic areas of Xero you'll be using day to day. I hope you've enjoyed them and learned something new so you can streamline a few more processes and gain more insights into your business. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us for this webinar. It has been a pleasure to have you with us today. You can see some upcoming sessions on the screen that we recommend you join to create a valuable learning journey for you that follow on nicely from this webinar to dive deeper into some of the areas we've covered. You can register for these and any other upcoming Education Month webinars by scanning the QR code on the screen, and Fiona will also post the link again. We'd love to see you at another session. You can also watch the videos of some of our Education Month webinars that have already been. such as Cash Flow Mastery Top Tips to Improve Cash Flow. If you'd like to learn more about invoicing and getting paid faster, and also tips to get more out of Xero. For more ways to streamline your day-to-day workflows, such as batch payments, which is a feature we've got for paying bills in bulk really easily, tracking, and running the age receivable summary report with contacts as another way to follow up with customers easier. So those two videos are already up, and you can find these particular ones in the Take Xero Further stream down the bottom of the page. So if you use the QR code or click on the link that Fiona's posting to the Education Month page, these are sitting in the Take Xero Further stream. Just make sure that you are logged in. Thanks again for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.